Okay guys, we're gonna do question 1 for maths. Okay, so this question actually they ask you to sketch for the graph for the following. Okay, so we're gonna sketch this graph real quick. Okay, so usually the first step for us to sketch graph is we need to get a coordinate. So I'll just go through with you very quickly how we actually get the coordinates. Okay, wait, my video is not zooming. Okay, so we will let table. Okay, I'll just write a table. Okay, so I'm gonna write here x and y. Okay, so what is gonna happen here, I'm just gonna draw a table real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna put x here 0 and y 0. So what is gonna happen here, when my x is 0, my y will be -3, and then vice versa, when my y is 0, my x will be 3. So I already got one pair of coordinate here. Now I want to find a coordinate for you. So remember, just a little recap, this is actually question from your year 10. I'm just gonna do a recap for you. So when you want to find a coordinate for a modulus graph, please remember we will find a table in a manner that without considering the modulus. Okay, remember the modulus function, after we plot the graph only we do the reverse. Okay, while we plotting it's not necessary for us to do that. So what is going to happen now, okay, for this kind of graph you can put 0 0. This graph you cannot put, you must choose a nice value so that when you put inside, okay, you don't get decimal, otherwise it will be hard for you to plot. So I'm going to put here 3. Okay, I know some of you will ask me why I specifically choose 3. You can put any value. I'll take 3 because why, you see 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus, I get -3. So easier for me to plot, ma'am. And then the next value I'm going to pick here, I will pick x as 5. Why specifically I take 5? Because 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 1 minus 9 is 1. So that means it's much easier for me to plot the graph lah. You notice, okay? So now what is going to happen is I'm going to plot this graph very quickly. Okay, because I have limitation to access to ruler, so I'll just do a never mind, I'll just get a ruler very quickly, guys. Just give me some time. Okay, please bear with me. Okay, so usually I'll just explain for you real quick. So how do we do this kind of question? Like I said, you let first, you must find coordinate. Not all the graph you can use x, y, 0, because some, if you get decimal, it'll be harder for you to plot. So I'll advise you get a good values, like how I guess this now. Okay, and then it should be fine lah by then. Okay, so okay, so I already plot all. Okay, so I'm gonna plot. Okay, so I hope you can see the graph. Okay, so I'm gonna plot this graph first. X0 y -3, x0 y -2. So this is the graph here, and then x3 y0, x3 y0. So this is the graph here. So I'm going to draw this graph. I'll use another color to draw. Okay, so I'll draw this graph real quick. Okay, so I already draw this graph. Okay, and remember to label your graph. Okay, must label. So y equals to x minus 3. Okay, so I label it. Now I'm going to draw this graph. Okay, take note, okay guys, when you draw a modulus graph, use dotted line. Okay, use dotted. The reason why I ask you do dotted, because we will draw the graph without considering the modulus, so after we draw we need to reflect, so that's why I say use dotted. Okay, so I'm going to draw using pencil. Never mind lah, I think I'll just use the marker lah. Okay, so when my x is 3, my y is -3. Okay, so that means my point I can expect somewhere here. When my x is 5, y is 1, so I can expect my point somewhere here. So I'm going to draw this with the consideration of dotted. Just give me a second, I'll draw this very quickly. Okay, wait, I couldn't find my pen. Yep, there you go. Okay, I'm going to expand down a bit, so we will draw this. Okay, for modulus only lah. For modulus you must take note. Okay, otherwise it will be wrong lah. Okay, alright, so I draw already. So I'm going to explain a bit detail here. If you notice, guys, anything above here I make solid. Okay, all this is dotted. Okay, this one also dotted. Sorry, because it's look a continuation, it's a dotted. Okay, so this is a solid, this is a dotted. Reason why, because you see my y is being modulus. See, y is being modulus. That means my y must always be a positive value, cannot be negative. That's why the bottom one I put as a dotted line. So all this bottom I'm going to shift on top. So how do we shift on top? You see, my y will become positive. So initially my y, which is -3, now gonna become +3. So with this I can just draw my graph lah. Okay, so bear in your mind, I didn't use a proper scale, so it might not follow your marking scheme. So this is my final graph. Can you see? I got one solid line and I got the V shape. Okay, so this one you can leave it at dotted. If you ask me on to erase, you can erase, but I tell you better not. This is all your marks. Okay, so technically that's all. Okay, so this dotted line, then you got the V shape and the solid line. So I'm gonna label this graph y equals to 2x minus 9. Okay, so this intercept should be 9 lah. Here should be negative 9. Okay, so that's how you do for this question lah. Okay, so without further ado, I'll straight away proceed with the next question. Okay, the next question I think I can't do here lah. I'll do in a new page here. Okay, so the next question, okay, I'll just write down quickly. Give me some time, guys. So question 1, Roman 2. So they said sorry, the marker is not dark enough. I'll get another marker. Okay, they say modulus 2x minus 9 equals to x minus 3. Okay, so I'm just going to recap a bit. Okay, they ask you to solve this question. We have two ways to solve. Okay, I'm going to use the one way that I think the best. Okay, so usually if you want to solve this kind of question, okay, they mention to use solve. So to solve this kind of question, what we need to do, we either take two positive negative or we add square. I repeat again, we have learned this in year 10, so I'm just going to go through very slow with you. Those who forgot, you can just practice this one method. When we want to solve this kind of equation, first step is we need to break this modulus. In order for you to break the modulus, I tell you one step, you add square both sides. I repeat again, you add square both sides. So I'm going to just add square both sides. 2x minus 9 square and x minus 3. So some student will be asking me, sir, so what happened to the modulus, sir? The moment you add square, the modulus disappear. Okay, so some of you like to take another method where you take positive and negative. I'll do it here. You'll do like this. You'll do 2x minus 9. Okay, that means you no more modulus lah. You'll take as x minus 3, and then you'll do another one here, 2x minus 9. We'll take negative x minus 3. Okay, this method also can, but I don't do this method. Okay, this method is a bit risky lah. So we're gonna expand this real quick. Okay, so I'll do fast expansion here, guys. So here will be 4x square minus 36x plus 81 equals to, here be x square minus 6x plus 9. Okay, so now we make this like term all now. Okay, so after you make the like term, you should get 3x square plus 30x plus 72 equals to 0. Okay, so you notice all of this is share the same factor, which is 3, so we can divide by 3 so that we factorize will be easier lah. So x square plus 10x and then plus 24 equals to 0. So now what we do, we actually factorize them. Okay, so I'm just going to factorize them. I think the factorize is also quite easy lah, because you want to get a 10 in the middle. So x equals to negative 6, x equals to negative 4. So that's all. You see, much faster lah. So I repeat again, we got two steps. Okay, I'm going to write here all, okay, to show there's a two step. One way you can add square and the modulus get cancelled off. Okay, another way what you can do is you take positive and negative. So like I show you positive and negative. This one a bit long, I don't want to cover this. Okay, just to make the video as short as I can. So I think this way better, like you add square and then you solve it, then you can get the answer. Okay guys, so if you still have any confusion, you can return to Zoom and ask me any question there. Okay, thank you.